They called her the rose without thorns, a perfect, beautiful flower, chosen to be the jewel of the English court. But in the Tudor court, a place shimmering with silks and shadows, even roses bled. This isn't just a story from a history book. It's the tragic tale of a girl who was never allowed to grow up. Her name was Catherine Howard. She was barely 17 when she was thrust into the spotlight, a child dressed as a queen. Her husband? King Henry VIII, a man bloated by power, paranoia, and time itself, a man old enough to be her grandfather. The age gap was a chasm, a silent, gaping wound in the heart of their marriage. He showered her with gifts, draping her in jewels and finery, trying to buy her affection, to own her completely. But what good are diamonds when what you truly crave is the sun on your face? What she wanted wasn't a crown, it was freedom. The freedom to be young, to be foolish, to simply be herself. And so she did something dangerous. She lived. She smiled too brightly in the dim, suspicious halls of the palace. Her laughter echoed too loudly for a court that preferred quiet obedience. And most dangerously of all, she dared to love someone who wasn't the king. She sought comfort not in the arms of a tyrant, but with men her own age, men who saw her not as a queen but as Catherine. But a palace built on whispers is a fragile, deadly place. One rumor, one careless word was all it took to seal your fate. Her enemies and the enemies of her powerful family were watching. They collected the whispers, twisted her youthful indiscretions into high treason, and presented their evidence to the aging, furious king. The fall was swift and brutal. The very same men who had bowed to her, who had called her Your Grace and praised her beauty, were the ones who led her to the cold, damp stone of the Tower of London. They didn't meet her eyes. She was no longer their queen, just a girl condemned. And when the executioner's axe fell, a chilling silence descended upon the court. They pretended not to hear it. They moved on, planning the next festival, the next royal marriage, as if nothing had happened, as if a life hadn't just been extinguished. So what was her real crime? Was it adultery? Treason? No, her crime was being young in a world that devoured youth. Her crime was being beautiful in a court that saw beauty as a commodity. Her crime was being alive, vibrantly and unapologetically alive, in a world where power, especially the power of an insecure king, feared women it could not control. She was the rose without thorns, and they plucked her from the stem before she ever had a chance to fully bloom.